Alrighty, well, my name is Walker. My gamer tag is also Walker, but without the E. I've sort of been speedrunning this game. Vanilla I started a little bit like a year ago. I was doing some expert runs, but other than that, overall it's probably been about a year since I've started speedrunning the game. In Romhacks, I previously had the record in Master Extra of Gaiden, which I'm now second place to Nambo in.
Oh, Nambo took the record.
Oh yeah.
I hear about that. I'll have to check that out. So how were you first introduced to the Monkey Ball series?
I actually, when I was really young, we had a GameCube and then Monkey Ball 1 and 2, and so that's pretty much all I played as like a little 3-year-old. And then I just kept playing it throughout the years, and then eventually figured out there was a speedrunning scene behind it, and I was like, oh wow, this is pretty interesting. So I got myself a little more into it.
Have any other experience with any of the other games besides 1 and 2 growing up, or?
Oh yeah, I've played pretty much all of them except for like Banana Splits. I never got to play because I never had a PS Vista or whatever that game was on. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm missing a couple, I'm pretty sure I've played all of them.
Of the official series, what would you say is your favorite?
Definitely Monkey Ball 2. It's hard between that and Monkey Ball Deluxe. Just because, like, I like Monkey Ball 1's levels and all of it, but after playing so much of 2, the physics and everything just feel a little bit different with how the camera controls. And so I've just gotten very used to that type of movement and that type of gameplay control. So definitely Super Monkey Ball 2.
Poor Sega the Saga. He's the only guy so far that hasn't said 2 or Deluxe.
Oh, for real?
He's the only guy who says 1.
Super Monkey Ball 1 gang, they're out there.
Ike is the only person left who could even surprise me, because after that I've interviewed everybody. So.
Oh yeah.
So, what would you say is your favorite of the Monkey Ball Romhacks?
Really hard, honestly, because I think my favorite is probably 651, which was made by Scrap 651, and it's the first ROM hack that I actually started speedrunning and like taking more seriously, and so it kind of has that little bit of like almost nostalgic charm to it. But then there's also like Super Monkey Ball Gaiden with like insane level creation and just like super top tier gameplay and design. And so I don't know, it's hard to actually say which one's my favorite.
You would say it's between those two, though?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
What other content/work have you done besides Monkey Ball and SMB Romhacks related things?
On Twitch, nothing much else other than that. I've played a little bit of stuff like Marbles on stream, but that's typically if I like am in like a rut in speedrunning. But outside of Twitch, I actually make music. That's what my main goal in life is to be able to just make music.
No kidding.
Yeah. It's pretty fun stuff. My buddies and I have a little group that we make music and release to Spotify and stuff. It's a good time.
It's awesome. You'll have to send me some of your stuff.
For sure.
I just got out of school for mixing.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm studying music performance in college. I'm on my 4th year now.
Oh, wow. Man, that's a tough field to get into.
Yeah, for sure. I knew that
That's
going
cool,
into
though.
it.
What was the process of learning Monkey Ball speedrunning like?
For me, at least, I found out about GDQ and about people like Kit and Helix doing speedruns of the game, and so I would watch those videos a whole bunch before I was even super into speedrunning it, and I would just like sort of try to do what they were doing, like myself, and like learn the strats, and so that sort of got me better at the game. I would hope, at least. Definitely helped when I decided to start speedrunning expert, because I knew a little bit more about like the process of learning different strats. Sort of started learning more about the movement in game as well, and like the physics and how everything works. It's definitely different than ILing though. It's like, I don't know, it's really just how far can you optimize like the movement on a level to make everything like just very perfect, versus in a speedrun you're still going for the optimization, but you're also going for consistency and like getting runs past like say World 1 in Super Monkey Ball 2. So it's definitely a different type of approach for that. I'm not super sure about vanilla strats because I haven't run too much into it. I do plan on doing some speedruns in story mode of vanilla, but I haven't gotten super started. In Gaiden though, a lot of the harder strats are in obviously World 10, because like all the super long levels, and most of those skips are like a bunch of like little mini skips that you have to put all together. And so that's sort of what makes those hard. And then there's also levels in say like World 3, I think, has some pretty difficult stuff, and World 7 is also a big run killer with stuff like Phantasm and Albatross, and those I'd say were like the most notably, the ones that I remember the most at least, being hard.
I remember seeing the current like speedrun strat for Phantasm for the first time, and I flipped.
It's hard.
That stage is difficult enough just trying to do it casually.
The goal with that strat was to play the least amount of the level as you can, because it's like hard to play, and not the most fun level. I still like it, but it's definitely tough. And then in 651, it's kind of just World 10.
World 10 in general, yeah.
World 10 is just really bad. And then actually World 4 is like one of the few worlds in the games that I've speedrun where almost every single level has its own like difficult strat. And so a lot of those are pretty notable as well. I don't think I've actually discovered anything, unfortunately, when it comes to speedrunning, but maybe like master extra stuff in Gaiden. That's a lot of Nambo and I's minds together, working out like how can we break these levels and really, really bring down this overall runtime.
If you've played them, what are your thoughts on Kaizo SMB and the Monkeys Need Hard Levels to Breathe series?
Wow, I actually have played both of those, and that's sort of all what got me into like speedrunning the game.
No kidding.
Because when I first started streaming, I was playing like Monkey Ball 1 just for fun. And then A-Box and Mr. Ike happened across my stream. They were like, yo, you should try like 651 if you haven't yet. And I was like, oh, what's that? And they tell me about it. They tell me they're like these insanely difficult levels, and like only 6 people had beaten it at the time. And I was just like, oh, wow, that sounds like a lot if you can direct me there. And so after playing through that, I sort of like started really enjoying the harder to play levels and just was trying to make myself a better player. And so I ended up playing Monkey Ball 2 for sure, because I somehow didn't know that existed. And then I also ended up playing Kaizo and Monkeys Need Hard Levels to Breathe. And I don't know. I think Kaizo's got like some genuinely good level design on a lot of the stages. And it just takes that like good level design and just like propels it super far into like the super difficult realm. And I don't know, I'm a pretty big fan of stages like that.
Anything in particular on the latter?
It's similar situation there, because a lot of those levels I actually had a lot of fun playing. I think some of them are a little bit over the top and like very, very like you're gonna have to play this level for multiple hours before you're making good progress on it. Stuff like Wire Master and Meta Master are the ones that stick out in that pack for being like, this is something that's just absurdly difficult. But yeah, no, I've come to enjoy that style, and I like the sort of Kaizo-esque level design in stuff like 651 and in Kaizo Monkey Ball.
What are your thoughts on the current state of the franchise and just in general with the later Monkey Ball games?
Yes. It's okay. I don't know. It's hard for me. Because I'm obviously a big, like, I've been playing Monkey Ball 1 and 2 for basically the majority of my life. And it's sort of, they have that nostalgia to them. They have that charm. Everything about them feels very natural to play. And to just, like, take a break from it, pick it up, play it, and it's like, yep, this game feels good. But with the newer games, sort of like, after the GameCube era, when it started going to Wii with, like, Banana Blitz, and then Tilt and Roll, and those other games, like, I don't know. It stopped. This might just sound like very generic, but it stopped feeling like as much like the same game, and I definitely get that.
It lost something along the way, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think they're bad games by any means, because I think like if someone were to pick up those games, except for Tilt and Roll, I think that if someone were to pick up like Banana Blitz HD without ever having played any Monkey Ball games before, they'd probably have a good time with it, because it's like, it's a pretty fun marble roller game. It's pretty well made.
By the way, with Tilt and Roll, do you mean the DS game or the one with the Wii Fit balance board?
The one with the Wii Fit balance board.
Okay, Step and Roll.
I like. Oh, is that Step and Roll? Oh, that's my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, Touch and Roll's the one on the DS.
That one's
kind of a
yeah. I don't hate
it's a
that
mediocre
game.
port of Deluxe.
I think it's pretty fun, honestly.
Yeah,
It's hard to make a good one of those games for like Game Boy or DS, so I think they did a pretty decent job with it.
right. When all you've got is a D-pad, they did respectably.
Mm-hmm.
So, what SMB and just Romhacks categories are you currently running, and is there anything you'd like to share regarding that?
my main focus is Master Extra and Gaiden. I've been trying to Nambo and I together have been wanting to push that time down to like a 10-minute or even like a sub 10, which would be absurd, but it's possible. And so that's my main goal and my main push right now in terms of speedrunning. I usually stream like it's hard right now because like my work schedule is all mixed up right now with changing jobs and everything. So I don't have a set schedule, but I'm usually trying to stream pretty frequently throughout the week and get that type of content out there.
All right, we've blazed through this honestly, because I think we're pretty much the last thing. So, are there any current projects of any kind that you're working on, and is there anything you'd like to share regarding that? You mentioned music before.
For music, my friends and I are just still making stuff. If anyone cares to listen to our music, it's RBTI, just like the 4 letters. On Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. So we have stuff releasing on there. Not super frequently, but we're starting to get back into it now that my school semester is over and that we have a little bit more freedom altogether.
That's about it.
Well, again, appreciate it. Thanks for helping plan this out.
Yeah, absolutely.